your diet plays an important role in managing diabetes. In fact, your diet and lifestyle are important aspects of diabetes management and treatment. One reason is that the food you eat on a day-to-day basis has a direct impact on your blood sugar levels. For instance, high-carb foods raise your blood sugar levels. The digestive system breaks down the digestible ones into sugar, which enters the blood. Now I will share with you about top 10 foods that help prevent diabetes. Number 1. Oranges. Oranges, grapefruits, clementines. Research suggests that consumption of citrus fruit has a positive, long-term effect on blood sugar, as well as cholesterol levels, thanks to the anti-inflammatory compound hesperidin and a healthy dose of soluble fiber. Additional research from Harvard School of Public Health suggests that eating the whole fruit, rather than the juice, was associated with a lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Number 2. Nuts. Nuts contain unsaturated fats, proteins and a range of vitamins and minerals that lower cholesterol, inflammation and insulin resistance. According to a study published in the journal BMJ Open, you should include at least 50 grams of almonds, cashews, chestnuts, walnuts or pistachios in your daily diet to control high levels of blood fats and sugars. Number 3. Use less salt. Having too much salt increases the risk of high blood pressure. This, in turn, increases your risk of heart disease and stroke, which people with diabetes are already at higher risk of. Aim for a maximum of 6 grams of salt per day. As many pre-packaged foods already contain salt, try to rely less on processed foods. Check food labels if you are not sure how much salt they contain. A good way to cut down on processed foods is to cook from scratch at home. You can also adapt recipes by cooking with herbs, spices, and peppers to replace salt. Number 4. Green vegetables. Higher intakes of leafy greens and non-starchy, green vegetables in type 2 diabetics ages 65 and older was associated with decreased levels of Hg and significant reductions in cardiovascular risk factors. It is still being studied as to whether these effects are due to the nutrient density of vegetables, specifically vitamins A, C, and E, and magnesium whose intakes have been associated with better glycemic control, or the substitution of these vegetables in place of less nutrient-dense foods. Best results were seen when at least 200 grams of vegetables were consumed each day, with at least 70 grams from green veggies. Number 5. Eat more pulses and fish. Eating too much red and processed meat such as bacon, ham, and sausages are associated with various health conditions such as CVD and certain types of cancers. Replace these with pulses, eggs, fish, poultry, and nuts. Beans, peas, lentils, and millet are high in fiber, have little effect on blood glucose levels and can be good alternatives to meat. Aim for 2 portions of oily fish a week. They are rich in omega-3 oil which helps protect against heart disease, which people with diabetes are at higher risk of. Examples include salmon, mackerel, sardines, and pilch. Number 6. Probiotics. Over the past few years, several studies have examined the effects that good bacteria may have on glucose regulation, with some focusing on yogurt intake and others focusing on the probiotic intake. Initial findings on all studies suggest that eating foods high in probiotics, such as yogurt, significantly improves fasting glucose levels and HbA1c when consumed regularly and longer than 8 weeks. Number 7. Reduce your intake of sugar. Swap sugary drinks, energy drinks and fruit juices for water, unsweetened milk, unsweetened tea, and coffee. Try to reduce sugary foods such as cakes, pastries and biscuits, and foods with added fructose and polyols. Artificial sweeteners may be an option to help you reduce your intake of sugars and calories. Number 8. Cinnamon. The savory sweet spice cinnamon appears to increase insulin sensitivity, thereby helping to reduce blood sugar. The exact mechanism for how the sweet spice does this, as well as a recommended intake, is still being investigated, but most research points towards cinnamon's ability to aid in blood glucose control on a daily and long-term basis, and does not appear to have any potential side effects other than adding a little flavor. Try sprinkling a little on foods you are already eating, like oatmeal, yogurt, and nut butter. Number 9. Bananas. The resistant starch found in foods such as bananas, potatoes, grains, and legumes, may benefit your health by aiding blood sugar control, supporting gut health and enhancing satiety. This is a form of starch that is not digested in the small intestine and is, therefore, considered a type of dietary fiber. Number 10. Drink sensibly. If you drink alcohol, limit your intake to a maximum of 14 units a week, avoid binge drinking and go several days a week without alcohol. Remember, 1 unit is a single measure of spirits, or half a pint of normal strength lager, beer or cider, but a small glass of wine is actually 1.5 units. Alcohol is high in calories. To lose weight, consider cutting back. It is not a good idea to drink on an empty stomach, especially if you take insulin or other diabetes medications that put you at risk of hypos, as alcohol can make hypos more likely to happen.